Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the Cerberus Gridiron Podcast. I am your host, Christian_CFS. And here's your co-host, Ms. K-Kim. How you doing, Ms. K-Kim?
What up? Shalom, my Kim. Kim to my good people, and shalom, my Kim to my bad people. May you get some peace in your life and learn to become good. Why? Because we need good people in this world. What's up, bro? How was your weekend?
It was good. Can't complain. Just straight, much needed relaxation.
Well,
Yep. Wait.
That's what's up.
What am I talking about? I ain't have no relaxation.
You didn't? I was like, how you get there with 2 boys?
I was like, hold on. Did I have relaxation? I was like, nope. Nah, we ain't had no relaxation.
But it wasn't too busy, or?
But in my mind, I thought we actually had a relaxation. But whenever it hit the wall, nah, we ain't had no relaxation.
I didn't relax. I had a good time this weekend. I didn't relax. I take my son to go to the urgent care, but
oh shoot,
he's fine. No, it's just he turned the mosquito bites into sores and they get infected because he's scratching them. So that's frustrating. This is the third season he's done that, and I want to knock him into next week because I'm sick of him doing that. And now his brother just got a new sore on his leg because he didn't done it. So I'm annoyed, and I want to whoop both of them. So yeah, but I mean, other than that, we had a busy weekend. It was a fun, busy weekend. I mean, he had a big ass. He got like 4 sores on his leg. I don't think I put that ointment on his knee. Now I think about it. His knee had a nice sore on it, but he still played soccer. Scored 3 goals.
Okay.
Then he left 3 goals on the field because he towing the ball instead of kicking like he's supposed to. Because he hard headed. So yeah, my bad. Let's get back focused.
He gets that from his father.
No, I'm not hard. I do as I'm told. So,
well, if that's it, you need to trade me Chuba Hubbard. Now let's get back to this, man. Podcast and everything. But yeah, man, that's good, man. We had a little soccer again.
Okay.
Baby girl just out of it. I just let her have fun. Go on, have fun, baby girl.
Okay. Yeah, she with me a ham. That's cool.
Nope. She go on, have fun out there. We're about to get ready for gymnastics, so that's gonna be something different. But yeah, boys.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? There's no way you're here.
You're now listening to the Cerberus Gridiron Podcast. And now your hosts, Christian and Chris, powered by Cerberus Fantasy Sports.
Already talking about they trying to play soccer. I was like, hey, y'all gotta wait. Y'all can't get out there right now.
There'll be 3, right?
Yeah, there'll be 3. So I was like, next year y'all could go out there and then y'all could ball. Y'all be good to go. Just gotta find a place so that they can play. But yeah, man. Can't complain. Gotta enjoy it. But yeah, everybody, man, we're gonna get straight into it. So for this week's episode, we're gonna give you the little nice nit and gritty. The season is coming close to the midpoint. Sorry about that. But we are going to give y'all what the episodes are going to be about. So we're going to do strategy focus, which is going to be Midseason Rookies Check-In. So we're going to check in upon the rookies, see how they're doing, who's delivering value. And then for the fantasy question of the week, we are going to hit it off with which rookies are making the biggest dynasty impact. Which rookies are making the biggest dynasty impact? And we already know one off gate, future MVP. And then in the buy, sell, and hold, rookies exceeding expectations versus those struggling. And then we're going to go always end it with a nice week 16 week 6 recap. Week 6 recap. And rookie check-in, man. Let's check in on these rookies, man. Midseason rookie check-in. Who's delivering value? And for the people that are not out there and not able to see who is delivering value. So, man, we got your boy, Mr. Jayden Daniels, up here. He is delivering nothing but value for you right now if you have him as a starting QB.
Yeah,
then you also get early. Nah. Then you also got Mr. Marvin Harrison Jr., which I don't know if he is delivering value for you right now.
That's tough, right? We're gonna get into that. It's a little tough.
And then the next one, it is Mr. Ashton Gentry.
He got drafted? Something I don't know about?
He ain't get drafted, but for the people that ain't doing too well, you might need to start looking at the future rookies.
Strategy.
He might be a good rookie that you can start looking into.
Is he your number one running back? As of right now, weeks of the NFL season, October 14th, is he your number one running back come out of college next year, right now?
As of right now, yeah, I'll give it to him. Yeah, I'll give it to him. As of right now, we'll see what the better question is not if he's number one, will he be drafted up in the top 10?
Oh, you mean real life, right? You mean real life.
Will he be drafted up in the top 10?
With any running back drafted in the top 10.
That shows a lot right there if you drafted up in the top 10.
Well, you know what? We thought that with Bijan, and he was drafted to 8. And for some reason, it seems like, I don't know. So I'm just paying devil's advocate to the point you just made. And he was drafted to 8, and I don't know.
That's coaching.
Tell Algeria is annoying. I mean, he's a good player. He's a good player. He ain't great. He ain't as dynamic as Bijan, but he's good enough to eat into his carries a little bit. That's annoying.
But you also, I don't know why you think it's annoying. Like, you should have saw it coming, though. Like, he's bringing the same offense that he had up in Washington, where they ran 2 running backs, similar to how they do in San Francisco a little bit, too.
They don't. That Kyle Shanahan scheme is usually one running back. Sean McVay used to run running back. He don't like.
You need to go back and watch whenever they was in Washington. Dog had those 2 running backs.
Who was they? Who was in Washington?
Raheem Morris. Like his whole coaching staff, they was on that same tree. They was all in Washington during that time.
Who my bad. Okay. So who were the running backs? What time was this?
I think it's like the Alfred Morris running backs. Like Alfred Morris.
Just him?
No, somebody else too.
I mean, Sean McVay used to run one. So is it not that same tree, Kyle Shanahan? Is it not that same tree? Kyle Shanahan tree, right? The zone read tree or whatever. You don't know? He's not saying anything. So obviously he doesn't know people. He's making statements, but then I pry. He doesn't know. So I mean, I'm like, wait a minute, Sean McVay wants to run running back. Now Green Bay, he might run too, but yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying. If you are a Bijan holder. But like you said, okay, yeah. So if you get drafted top 10, typically that should tell you something. You know, that should tell you something. Agreed. Ashton Gentry, that's his name? Boise State?
Yep.
So are we gonna check in? So you want to check in on these 3?
Oh no, we ain't checking. I just put these 3 out here. There's other rookies we could talk about. It's just the main ones that I'm like, okay, we got to put a foul receiver out there because there ain't no running backs out there. Then you also got to think about the people that are physically already out of it up in Dynasty. They could be 0-5 right now. They're trying to figure out who is the next cream of the crop, and then we're going to introduce them into one, which is Ashton Gentry. If you have not watched the guy, find a Boise State game. He will not
come
be
on late, but You're right.
They do, but you would not be missed at all. You would understand the reason why he is ranked number 1 right now on some boards.
Yeah.
But you said you had an issue with Marvin Harrison Jr. over here, so let's talk about.
So your question was like, you know, for value, is he giving you the return on that 1.01? And he was drafted as what, like late first, right? In like underdog ADPs, 80, you know what I'm saying? He was like 111, 112. Is he giving you that value? Has he okay, you're saying, shake your head, no, has he under-delivered from your expectations?
Heck yeah, man. I don't care. I don't care if you're a rookie or not. What I'm expecting at 1.01, I at least need 15 a game.
You coming in as the highly touted since
probably
Jamar Chase. I'm trying to think.
Yep.
You've been highly touted as that, and I don't know if it's you coaching Kyler. Kyler has been literally up and down every other game. He plays good. He has no consistency. Kyler has, and now you got a concussion. You know, I know that's in the C News coming up, but yeah, you really only had that one big game. It only happened in the first half, and you got a touchdown the next game. But other than that, you've been MIA. I don't know if that's Kyler. I don't know who fault that is, but yeah. I'm a little disappointed. You're right. He has not lived up to his 1.01, to the expectations, to the hype. He has not. He has not.
So let's kick somebody else out there. The one that you did mention a little bit earlier. He's in concussion, but I know you're talking about Marvin. But what about Malik Nabers? Do you think he's living up to his 1.02? Or
if it wasn't for his injury, yeah, he's living up to it. Now I don't know if him getting 18 targets a game and all that is sustainable, right? As a player, it's not. But he lived. I guess he lived up to 1.02. I mean, before he got hurt, he lived up to 1.02. Now the question is, when he get back, hopefully next week, what's he going to be like? So he was getting 18, maybe. You're going to drop down to 11, which is still good, or he'll drop down to like 7, 6. What's going to happen? They going to feed him, or what they going to do? What Dayball going to do?
I don't think they're going to feed him right away because they want to probably can change during the as they're putting him through the process. But I don't think they will feed him. It's just with him coming off concussion. Just want him to get back into the swing of things because he is a rookie. I'm not trying to see him go back in again quickly.
Oh my God!
Because if he goes back in quickly, then we're gonna have a little questions on him about his durability.
And we're hoping that him staying in concussion protocol was more of a punishment and not that he was still hurt, because we don't need that. Because typically you come back after a week, right? Trey McBride got hurt the same week. He came back. He missed 1 week, came back the next week. Somehow or another, Josh Allen didn't miss a week, which is beyond me. There's no way he should be playing tonight. No way. But I digress. I am not a doctor. So you think they're going to kind of ease him in? So he might get like 7 targets.
Yeah, I think like 7,
like
7,
Eagles,
8.
I think for the Eagles. But to your original point, yeah, barring his injury, he was living up to his 1.02, and he was drafted in like 3rd round ADP. He wasn't first or second like Marv was. So.
Okay. What about let's talk about almost like Rome Medusa. What are your thoughts about him?
Well, we expected for Rome, right? We knew with Keenan Allen there, DJ Moore there, he wasn't gonna eat. You know, he's been inconsistent. He only had 2 catches yesterday for 40 yards. Hell, DJ Moore only had 4 catches for 20 yards. So it was a Keenan Allen show. I think Keenan Allen being there is hampering Rome Medusa from an on the play field standpoint and target standpoint. Hopefully, it's helping him off the field. Right, teaching him what he could be, you know, routes and stuff like that. But we knew Rome wasn't going to break out, wasn't going to pop until next year, hopefully. So after Keenan Allen leaves,
yeah.
So I had no expectations on him. Long story short.
Okay. All right.
He had that
Well,
one big game, but yeah, I had no expectations on him.
okay. Well, that is rookie check-in, everybody, man. For the people that are not able to look, we had Jayden Daniels on the screen. Like, he ain't nothing to say about him. He has actually physically lived up to his value, even more, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Then we got Marvin Harrison Jr. on the screen as well. And then we have, for the people that are just not having a good fantasy year and that are in dynasty leagues, we got a potential rookie running back that you can start looking into, Mr. Ashton Genty out of Boise State. So we'll go on to the next segment, everybody. The fantasy question of the week. Which rookies are making the biggest dynasty impacts? Kind of already talked about it a little bit, but which ones do you think are making dynasty impact, like the biggest dynasty impact?
I mean, Malik, if he wasn't hurt, I think he's making an impact. Brock has been consistent with the trash that's in there in Vegas. Caleb has gotten better. They beat him on bad teams, but you got to beat him. He ain't playing them close. He's beating up on them. So he's gotten better. He's like, I think the first week he was like 48% completion. He's going all the way up to like 79 yesterday. So every week he's up in the mid to high 60s, what you want. Obviously, we know JD. Go ahead.
And I think it's because his confidence is starting to get more. That as he's getting the more with his teammates, starting to understand like how they run certain routes, his confidence is getting more. And then we're actually starting to see the guy who people knew he could be coming out of going to Oklahoma and then taking Spencer Rattler's job and then transferring over to USC. They're actually seeing the guy who they seen and who was this touted 5-star product coming out.
Yeah. Brian Tomatine is doing pretty good for the helpless Jags. I don't know what the hell is going on in Jacksonville and Dade in Duval. I don't know what's going on, but he's the only bright spot there. The only. He dropped a touchdown yesterday.
I was about to say, like, with you being that number one, like, it went straight through the breadbasket, dog. I'm talking about.
Did it?
Straight through the bread, like
bread.
And then this wasn't no lights got up in my face and everything. Like, it was a perfect ball thrown from Trevor. But I digress.
Yeah.
But that is the fantasy question of the week. If anybody out there has who you think that we might have missed, just going to put it down there up in the comments and then just like let us know who we should be also talking about as well. But in the next segment, we are going to go to the CGP news, and this is where the co-host really wants to talk about the injuries that keep piling up.
So sorry, y'all. I hate to be the very bad news. We're going to run through these quick. Marvin Harrison Jr., concussion. Jerome Ford, I'm trying to name big names. Jerome Ford, hamstring. We got defense, Patrick Surtain played. He had concussion. Aiden Hutchinson, leading the league in sacks. He's going to probably win Defensive Player of the Year. He tore his fibia. Sorry for him. Prayers out to him and his family. Dontavian Wicks, I see a shoulder.
Yep.
He did not return. He considered week to week. Travis Etienne, hamstring. You know what that is. That's at least 4 weeks right there. Yep. Chargers got Quinn Johnston, his leg injury. Of course, Tua still in there. Chris Olave, concussion.
Yeah.
Rashid Shaheed, knee. Golly. Dallas Goddard, hamstring. My goodness. Tajay Spears, hamstring.
There's a lot of people with hamstrings.
A lot. And that's all I see that's of offense is up to note. Thank God that my fucking A.J. Brown and Devonta came back. Like a lot of what's going on with the hamstrings, man? Too tight? Too much quad work? What's going on?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. It's right. Bijan is still up and down with a hamstring injury. Go ahead.
I just know what you just rattled off was just injuries galore.
Man.
Just nothing but injury after injury after injury. What
My
all
heart
the
goes out to y'all.
but everybody that did get injured, hopefully they get a speedy recovery. But let's talk about some of the guys up on the injuries that might be coming back soon. I know we talked about I know they mentioned that Tua might be coming back soon, which is also promising.
Mm-hmm.
Then we just recently talked about Malik Nabers coming back soon.
He should come back this week.
There's also been some talks about Puka coming back and Puka
really?
Puka and Cooper Kupp
Triple
coming
Crown
back
win.
soon.
Mm-hmm. I think Cooper might be back this week.
Yeah,
I don't know so much about Puka, but Cooper might be back this week. So
yeah, so I think Cooper might be back this week. Then Puka might be. I think they were talking about like week 8-9 range. So then also like CMC potentially coming back and like maybe starting to practice up in like week 8, maybe returning in like week 10.
okay.
But progression, but we already know his from what like some of the doctors that I said, like if he does come back, he's going to be a high risk of getting like re-injured. So
who is this? Puka?
Christian. CMC.
Oh, okay. You're right. Okay, McCaffrey. You're right. Okay.
But then also the same thing with like Puka. There's I can't remember. If I can find it real quick, I'll read off some of the injuries that the guy that I follow, he was pretty much saying that he believes. Be still there. Yeah, let's see. Oh dang, never mind. Let's just go on. Yeah, we'll just go on to something else. We'll go to the next segment.
Okay. Awkward, but okay.
Nah, because as I was trying to look it up, I ended up clicking on the wrong thing, but I had it up, and then it went to something else, and I was like, yeah, that's not what I was looking at. Okay, no, I got it right here. So they said Cooper Kupp week 7 TBD, but data slightly favors week 8, so he might be coming back week 8.
Okay.
They was talking about how Devon A-Chain practice non-contact data heavily favors playing week 7. Puka Nacua reportedly out this week, leaning towards week 8 and 9 return, high risk of setback.
Mm-hmm.
We already talked about CMC. So we're saying Jordan Mason could come back and play week 7. Skilled players often see dip in touches plus production for the first 2 weeks. So if you got his handcuff, that's probably the best thing. They was talking about like what we just said. Malik Nabers should be able to come back this week. Also, same thing with Chris Olave. So seeing that he hasn't had anything like this before, but we'll be able to check in to see. They are talking about Nick Chubb actually returning this week.
I did see that. Yeah.
They're talking about him returning this week, saying data projects 25 to 50% touches initially. So if you do have Nick Chubb and you are going to play him, do not expect to get a lot out of him. Like if you expecting like 15 to 20 points, you need to I'm just going to simmer down now. Simmer down. Like what they be saying out there. But excuse me about that, everybody. I'm just getting over a little cold.
Get it out.
Yep. But yeah, then we got Isaiah Pacheco leaning towards week 9 and 10 return. So we'll see if he can be able to come back. Then also for people out there that are needing a tight end, TJ Hawkinson likely is going to return week 7 to 8 return. Leaning toward week 10, tight ends average 3 weeks to ramp up targets and touches 85% efficiency projected initially. Then the people that actually have Jonathan Taylor, data favors week 7 to week 8 return.
Bless you.
Thank you. That was a cough, though.
That was a cough.
Yep. He's very high to re-injure his, especially with dealing with his ankles. And prayers are going up to Aiden Hutchinson. Likely he'll be ready for next year, week 1. Speedy recovery for him. Just that's all I can say about Aiden Hutchinson. Just speedy recovery. And in the next segment, just like to say thank you for the Better app. It's nothing like being better at plays and everything. Enjoying some of the good games, like good matchups. If you're trying to win a little money here and there, just make sure you use the following code.
Yeah, get it out, get it out.
Go and use that CGP bets 5, and then the link is going to be provided up in the description. And then they do match every first time new users only deposits up to $200, but you got to do a minimum of $10. So CGP bets S5, and they give a whole bunch of props out. And then if you are a first time depositor, they got a deal just for you, like you play until you win. So nothing like playing until you win. Just like what they said. Oh, he gone.
Bless you. That was a sneeze.
No, that was a cough, dog.
Man,
but
still,
yeah, just like what they said. What was the old Raiders owner Al Davis said? Just win, baby.
Just win, baby.
So go on, shout out to the Better app. Just go get better, and always just play better. All right, man. We are coming to that nice segment where we are ready for y'all to join us and let us know what you think's what we should do. It is a segment between buy, sell, and hold. Rookies exceeding expectations versus those struggling. And what we got up on the screen, we got week 6. We got a buy, sell, hold. We got Jayden Daniels. It was just rookies. Because this is what the whole show is nothing but rookies.
Gotcha.
So we got the expectations and those struggling. So we got Jayden Daniels, and then we got Caleb Williams. So we know based off of they was kind of drafted 1 and 2. Based off where they was drafted is, can you say that Jayden Daniels has pretty much outperformed Caleb Williams?
Yes.
Okay. But we are going to sit back. Well, because I was about to say we'll have to wait till this week. But I think Jayden Daniels did his thing last week, or like this past Sunday. But I think he's gonna have a big game this week coming up.
Who they play this week coming up?
They play the Panthers, dog.
Oh yeah. I mean, so they play the Baltimore Ravens. I don't think he ran that much, but
no.
I know Baltimore's a good team, right? But Baltimore sees that type of quarterback every day in practice. So they were one of the best teams to play against him. And he still threw 2 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Well, Baltimore can get passed on. So Brian Robinson Jr. was hurt, so they couldn't run the ball like they wanted to. But I think all in all, JD he did good against a team that sees his type of player every day. So I think he did pretty good.
Yep. I think he did pretty well. And then I know people are wondering why we might have a blank up in the middle, but hey, man, we're going to do what we got to do.
Too.
I didn't want to put 3 up there, man. Just only wanted to put 2 because we're going to add a couple other ones in there. What are your thoughts about Bo Nix right now? Do you think he's living up to like his hype?
His real life draft or his fantasy draft hype?
We could do both. Let's do both.
Well, his real life draft, hell no. His fantasy draft, I'm assuming that he wasn't drafted. If he had a 3-round draft, I'm assuming he was not drafted. in your rookie draft. So if that didn't happen, he good there. He's meeting expectations. If you drafted him before then, you're probably down a little bit. You're probably disappointed. Wasn't impressed with him. Coming out of college. Now, I know he had some good preseason games. It was kind of shocking me, taking me back, but then reality hits. And so, yeah, I think this Thursday game is going to be a snooze fest. I probably won't even watch this Thursday's game. It's the Broncos versus the Saints. I think you probably got Spencer Rattler playing.
That's
we had
why
a pretty good statistical game. He got an interception or two or whatever, but he still put up some yards. But, yeah. No, I'm not high on Bo Nick. Still not high on Bo Nick. I think Sean Payton ego is getting the best of him. But hey.
Okay. What about since you brought up Spencer Rattler? Let's talk about Spencer. Like, what did you think about him in his first performance as a actual NFL pro?
Like I say, I didn't get to watch any football this weekend. I hope that's the last time that's going to happen this year. I don't know. What I just kind of saw his stat line. What he had 240 some yards. Because I bet I think it's over under was like 183 yards. I bet the under.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I lost because he had like 248. So that's really all I saw. I have no idea how he really did.
Well, I think he did pretty well. Like he had some flashes here and there, showing people like what he could do. But I think the big thing is going to be this week coming up. Since it is a short week, what is the Broncos going to do to him with him being a rookie? Second week coming into the starter.
Surtain may not play though because he had concussion in a short week. He's probably going to have to miss this week.
Yeah.
So that might help him out a little bit. But he also mentioned the number one target, Olave, who's also in concussion.
Yep.
So yeah. Yes, I said I probably won't watch this Thursday's game. We ain't wasting my time.
All right. So that was just the QB edition. Let's go and talk about some running backs now. Like I had to bring up the running backs because they are some rookies out there that are doing pretty well in the buy, sell, and hold. So for the people out there that do not see, we got Mr. Bucky Irvin Jr. And then we got also another junior up there as well is Mr. Tyron Tracy up there.
He had a good game yesterday.
So thoughts about these two rookie running backs?
I mean, I think that Irving is kind of pushing the buddy in Tampa Bay for his spot. You know what I'm saying? He's getting more. Rashad White, he's getting more and more tick for what I can tell, for what I hear. So, kudos to him. I don't think he's that guy. Now, Tampa were to go get one of them studs coming out next year. I think that his stud's going to supplant both of them. Bucky going to be maybe the third down back.
Mm-hmm.
But so, yeah, Tyrone Tracy, he had a good showing yesterday, behind after, Singletary was ruled out. He's a receiver, turn running back. He's going I'm always think of Antonio Gibson, who had one good fantasy season. Not statistical, but just like a fantasy season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the running backs, they're meh this year, the rookie running backs, honestly. Nobody's taking off. They're meh. Because next year, we're going to have like 6 of them. So, depending on where they go. Giants better get one.
Yeah.
Giants better get one. They gotta get that, and they gotta get a quarterback. Good luck, Dayball, but you can do it because I think the quarterbacks. I mean, the running back's gonna be in the second or third round. But you need the offensive lineman too. So, yeah. Sorry, but yeah. So on them two, they cool, they straight. If you got they're good handcuffs.
Okay. So based off what you said, you're not buying any of these running backs right now.
No, because I know what's coming in next year, and I'm definitely assuming that the Giants gonna get one of them studs next year, and Tampa Bay might also.
Okay. And then we had to go to the wide receiver market. So in the wide receiver section, we got Mr. Malik Nabers, and then we also got Mr. Lad McConkey on here. I didn't want to put Mr. Marvin Harrison Jr. since we already talked about him previously in already. But what are we already know we're gonna probably be buying Malik Nabers, man. That's a given. But right now, like the reason I put Lad on there because he is a rookie, but he's doing decent numbers.
Doing decent numbers.
I'm looking at him right now. He's not doing what some people expected him to do. But we also can talk about some other things as well, like maybe Mr. Brian Thomas Jr. Like, yes, I don't know. Just like what we talked about previously before, I do not know what is going on with the Jaguars right now.
No clue.
I have no clue, like whatsoever, like what is going on with them. But I will say this with Mr. Brian Thomas Jr. If you are going to do what you're supposed to do and you trying to claim that number one spot, you got to catch the ball.
You can't miss that bread basket.
You can't miss no layups out there. But yeah, got to. So the one thing I will say, I'm gonna put another rookie out there. We already know Rome Medusa. He's not doing he's doing what we expected him to do because there's a lot of mouth to feed there, but he will have his time. Good in best ball, I would say. Another rookie out there that I will say is doing decent is with the Panthers because he's the only other wide receiver besides for Deontay Johnson is Mr. Xavier Legette.
Oh, Legette has had some pretty good games, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's had some pretty decent games, like some back-to-back showings. So, he didn't do much up in Chicago. He kind of disappeared, but like in week 4, whenever they played against the Cincinnati Bengals, he had 6 receptions for 66 yards and then a touchdown. And then he went ghost, as what most rookies do. And he did a little decent. He did a little decent up against the Falcons. 3 receptions for 23 yards and then 1 touchdown. So a little decent. Yep. But yeah, so those are some of the rookies that we was discussing. What are your thoughts on some of those rookies? Like, which ones would you buy? Which one would you sell? Which one would you hold? Which one you put in the
I'm obviously buying Malik. I don't know if I would buy Legette only because of that ownership is just terrible. And we don't know what's going to go on with Bryce. We don't know what they're going to do with Bryce. Unless they'll get somebody else in there. You think they get somebody else in there?
They need to.
So they get somebody else in there. I guess I'll hold him. I guess I'll say I'll sell Lad McConkey just because I have Lad McConkey on one of my teams. So, he's just kind of like a stash player, hoping that he pops and over exceeds my expectation, but I really don't have no expectations for him. As far as Brian Thomas Jr., I don't understand how Ingram come back and gets 10 targets. What? You've been gone for 5-6 weeks. You come back and get 10 targets off the ripper, and then the next person is Gabe Davis, who gets 5. Christian Kirk got 6 targets, 3 catches. Brian Thomas has 6 targets, 3 catches. I don't know what's going on. Dude, come back and get 10 targets? That's crazy. So, yeah, and they still lose, get their ass kicked. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on down there.
I think where those targets came in from had to be from because I watched a little bit of the game. Was I believe that Brian Thomas, since they are seeing his potential as the rookie, so they're starting to shadow him a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
So with them shadowing him a little bit more, that's going to leave somebody else to open. And with somebody else being open, like you need to do what you're supposed to do. It's like catch the ball.
I mean, Ingram went 10 for 10, so I won't knock him for that. It's just to me that's just lopsided. When you get Christian Kirk, who's been in the whole season, how is he only getting 3 catches? He threw the ball. I don't know.
But the Bears defense is actually good.
They are, yes, the Bears defense are good. But you know what? See, I bet on it. I'm because I bet on the Jaguars. I bet it on him. I'll tell you why. Because Trevor's like 4-1. in Europe, games in Europe, a rookie playing overseas, it was like 0 for 6, right? I'm following the trend. They 0 for 6, new head coach, new rookie, going overseas, you 0 and 6. Trevor's like, I think 3-1. WP might be 4-1 or something crazy like that. So that's what I was betting on. Like, okay, y'all just had a good game last week. Okay, I know Chicago got a good defense, so, but yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. So, yeah. Yes.
Well,
I hope I didn't have Trevor Lawrence in my dad gave me top 10. Well, I don't think I did.
Well,
did you?
I don't know. I probably did.
Disappointed.
Yeah, it's very disappointing, but they will be back up in London next week, so we'll see what he can redeem.
So they didn't come home. So I would hold on to Brian Thomas Jr. even though I don't know what's going on there.
Yep.
I'll hold on to him.
Okay. So that's the buy sell hold for the wide receivers. And let's jump up into this week 6 recap. The week 6 recap. Man, we're going to kick it off with Thursday night with the San Francisco 49ers and those Seattle Seahawks. I know you said you didn't watch Sunday, but I know you had to watch that Thursday night game.
I really didn't. I watched about a quarter of it. I was like, this game. Gino played like boo boo on his birthday. From what I heard, it was his birthday. He played like boo boo. Yeah. DK Metcalf wrote a trick that his ass couldn't cash because he all talk. We know that. Jimmy G. Brock Purdy is doing pretty. I'm gonna give him his props. He's doing pretty good without CMC. He's doing his job. Brock Purdy doing his job. They're going to have to pay him. Geno Smith threw the ball 52 times again. That's not a recipe for winning. Kenneth Walker Jr. he's not efficient at all, but he put up 20 fantasy points. I don't know because he had a touchdown, but he had 8 catches for like 24 yards or something crazy like that. So he was efficient, but I don't know what's up with the Seahawks. I think they lost 3 straight. So I don't know what's going on with them. I know they can't beat the 49ers anyway, but yeah, Gino looked like trash. Okay, 2 minutes to run through these. My bad. What's the next one?
Next one we got the Jags, we're just gonna go straight down. We can just go Baltimore and then the Washington Commanders. Baltimore Washington Commanders. That's probably had to be the best, most entertaining game. I know that's the game that I watched.
Was it? Okay.
Yes. Just like what I said, like Jayden Daniels did what he was supposed to do. Only thing he didn't do is actually get that victory. But like the Washington Commanders did not have a run game. Like you could tell that they was missing Brian Robinson. Eckler still is not what he used to be. So that's one thing. It was just what was expected.
I mean, yeah, Jayden had 269. Your boy had 2 touchdowns. Terry McLaurin.
Yep.
Derrick Henry going back for that. That's why they call him King Henry. He's going back for that title, ain't he? That Russian title at age 29, 30. Zay Flowers.
Yep. Let's talk about Zay. Seemed like he's trying to take that crown over that first wide receiver.
Yeah, he doing that. I mean, but if Lamar can throw like this and they can run like that, look out. It's gonna be on their defense. They probably defy their DC.
Yep.
The offense doing what they're supposed to do.
Yep. So let's talk about the Houston Texans versus the Patriots. Game wasn't even close, really. Drake May showed some sightings that he can be a competent QB up in the NFL. A little interesting game. We can say welcome back, Mr. Joe Mixon. He did do his thing out there, and we can and we can also see that Mr. Stephon Diggs also did his thing too as well. Cannot complain. Yep, without Nico. But Nico should be coming back soon from like what they were saying. So we'll see how much longer he can stand on this. So
But it was exciting to see Drake May put out. I'm looking pretty at the stat line. 20 for 33, 243 yards, 3 touchdowns. He threw 2 picks, but he let Njoku go, and he led the team, led the team in rushing, which should not happen. But I know Ramondre is hurt, so maybe if they hadn't to play Houston, it'd be a little bit closer. But yeah, Drake May side first game.
Yep. Let's see if he can do something next week. When they play against the Jaguars. So
right.
We will see. But the next game is the Jags, and speaking of the Jags, it's the Jags and then the Bears. This game was not even close whatsoever. Just Trevor. I don't understand what happened to Trevor. Maybe I don't know. But Trevor is being Trevor, not been living up to the hype and like the money that he is established, and actually getting outshined by a rookie. But yeah, I don't have anything else to say about that. Like, let me know your thoughts. Like
DeAndre Swift, he spread out 3 games in a row, pretty good games. So
you also got
Evan Ingram. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was about to say you also got a Cole Kmet as well. That's why I'm glad you brought up the tight ends. Both tight ends showed up this week. End up being the number 1 receiver targets. Shoot, you had the Cole Kmet for 5 receptions for 70 yards and 2 touchdowns. But yeah, so there was a sighting.
Next game.
We have the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals. Green Bay Packers and Arizona Cardinals.
I heard somebody say from like the first 5 plays in, they knew what was going to happen.
Man, Jordan Love showed out. That's all I can say is that man showed out, showing that him sitting behind Rodgers, he learned something. I'll tell you that. He learned something. Stat line: 22 passes on 32 attempts for 258 yards on 4 touchdowns. So, and then we also saw a Christian Watson sighting. That was for people that still do have faith in. We did see a Christian Watson sighting. The Cardinals. I don't know what happened in that game, but Trey McBride did his thing. 8 receptions for 96 yards. Most of those were like dump offs. But let's get into the next game: the Browns versus the Eagles. Let's talk about the Browns versus the Eagles.
Jayden had his best statistical game so far this season. No turnovers, 2 touchdowns. They steal 20 points against the Cleveland Browns defense. I don't know. I don't like that, but we got the W. Saquon could not get going. AJ Brown, welcome back, AJ Brown. Welcome back, Devontae. So I'm cool with that. And the Browns, we don't care about anybody on their team because they're garbage.
Yeah, the Browns, I just don't think that they're going to be competitive, especially with what they've been saying about how Deshaun does not fit the offense and everything. So I think he's just out there playing because they actually paid him all that money.
Yeah.
All right. Then the next game, this was the one that we talked about previously, which were the Saints and then the Buccaneers. Man, Spencer Rattler did his thing as a rookie. Cannot complain what he was able to show, but then the veteran leadership from Baker Mayfield just took everything over, and they showed why they are. I think they might be number 1 up in the division.
Probably. And he threw 3 picks, and they still pulled it off, put up 50 points. He missed
does that remind you of any other Buccaneers QB? Mr. Jameis Winston.
Got the W, got the win. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, can't complain. The next matchup.
Hold on 1 second before you go. So just to point to my running back. So I guess one thing is hurt, right? What's his face? The leading running back. So Sean Tucker came in. Yeah. So Sean Tucker came in. He had 14 catches for 130 yards and a touchdown. Syracuse last year. Bucky Irvin, 14 catches for 81 yards and a touchdown. That's what I'm saying. They might go and go get them a a big name running back in this offseason. Or they might run a 3-back committee. But I can't trust that backfield. I need a more solidified person. So, my bad. Go ahead.
Yep, nope. We got the Colts and then the Titans. The Colts and Titans, a nice individual matchup in division. I heard something out there that if the Colts lost this game, that they would have lost 3 games in a row to division opponents. So good thing they did not end up losing. Joe Flacco was able to stand in and take the role from Anthony Richardson with him being out once again this week. Nothing more that you can say, like another signing of Tony Pollard being able to do what he's supposed to do.
Only person you want on Tennessee is him.
You got Mr. Josh Downs also as well. I think Michael Pittman might have went down this game too.
I did see something with him. I did see that, Michael Pittman. Yeah.
And then but there's nothing much that I can say else about this game. Like the Colts are doing what they're supposed to do with Joe Flacco in the realms. The next matchup.
Before you go, I think I heard AR5 gonna be back next week. I think I read that. So
okay, probably gonna be back next week. But the Chargers game, this game was not even close. The Chargers game was not even close.
Nope,
it was a blowout. It was a blowout at first, but then towards the end they started to let them come back, and that's why the game ended up getting close. Like if they physically was able to get that onside kick the second time, we might have been talking something totally different right now.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But it was a good game. We cannot complain at all or anything like that of that nature. But yeah, so I cannot complain whatsoever. And I don't know what else to say, man. I think, man, we finally did it, man.
We did it. Week 6 in the books.
Week 6 is in the books. For people out there, this week's episodes were strategy focused, mid-season rookie check-ins, who's delivering value. So I had a fantasy question of the week, which rookies are making the biggest dynasty impact. And then we briefly talked about some of the injuries that happened in the CGP news. But also we had a nice little fun segment with the buy, sell, and hold rookies exceeding expectations versus those struggling. So that was fun. We couldn't complain about that whatsoever. And then we also had to bring it back to you with the Week 6 recap. The Week 6 recap. Nothing like a nice time sitting back and relaxing and recapping the last week's games. Any last words, Mr. K. Kent?
If you're injured, you're dealing with injuries, hold your head up, man. Aiden Hutchinson hurt my heart. See him go to I hate injury. We hate it with a passion. In our closing remarks, hey, we thank y'all for coming out. We know you could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with us, and we appreciate that. Spread love, not hate.
Thanks for checking out another episode of Cerberus Gridiron Podcast, powered by Cerberus Fantasy Sports. Make sure you stay tuned for the next episode.
Yeah, we'll pick to it too. We're going to injuries. We do injuries first. We do a quick injury checkup, right?
Yeah, man. We'll put that
What we hate to do. I'm gonna run through them real quick.
Oh no, that's in the later on.
Later on. You doing later? I normally do it at the beginning. Okay.
My CGP news, man.
Right, which is usually at the beginning.
Yeah, man. It's the same cadence, dog, over and over. Ain't nothing changed.
You changing something up because it used to be at the beginning.
It is at the beginning. It's like number 3.
My bad. Go ahead. I'm jumping the gun.
Good thing I'm gonna edit all this out.
Go ahead. I'll keep it in there.
All right, man.